Welcome back guys to another space news. This week, starting with 20 years of ISS, Perseverance halfway through its journey, ISRO's upcoming launch, NASA and ESA agreement, USA Space Force, asteroid worth 70,000 times the global economy, Rocket Labs launched 10 satellites and 4G on Moon. As usual, links for each in the description. First news, 20 years in ISS. It has been a very successful road for ISS which has continued to work since 1998 and it will serve for a couple of years more. The idea of a space station was once just a science fiction and existed only in the imagination until it became clearer in the 1940s. Space age began in the 1950s. Designs of space planes and stations dominated popular media. The first rudimentary station was created in 1969 by linking of two Russian Soyuz vehicles in space, followed by other stations and developments in space technology until construction began on the ISS in 1998, aided by the first reusable spacecraft ever developed, the American shuttles. The ISS took 10 years and more than 30 missions to assemble it. It is the result of unprecedented scientific and engineering collaboration among 5 space agencies representing 15 countries. Astronauts from 19 countries have floated through the space station hatches, including many repeat visitors who arrived on shuttles for short-term construction work and several tourists who paid their own way. NASA is currently planning to end its support of the ISS by 2024, the same year the NASA astronauts are slated to return to the surface of the Moon, the Artemis. With or without NASA, the 20-year-old station is approaching the end of its lifetime. Second news, Perseverance halfway through its journey. The rover has passed the halfway point in its interplanetary journey, that is 146.3 million miles at 4:40 p.m. EDT on Tuesday. The rover was launched on July 30th and has traveled half of the total required distance to reach the red planet. The car-sized rover will characterize the area's geology and climate in detail and search for possible signs of long-dead life, among other tasks. Perseverance will also conduct and cache several dozen samples from the Martian terrain for future return to Earth. The return campaign, a joint NASA and European Space Agency effort, could get this precious Mars material here as early as 2031. In addition, Perseverance carries on its belly a small helicopter named Ingenuity, a demonstration craft designed to help pave the way for extensive rotorcraft exploration of Mars in the future. Third news, ISRO's 2020 launch. ISRO is set to launch its first set of satellites for the first time in this year, that will be on 7th of November. The agency's PSLV will carry 10 satellites into orbit on its 51st mission, with the country's EOS-01 as a primary satellite and 9 other international satellites. EOS, or Remote Sensing Satellite, is a satellite used or designed for Earth observation from orbit, including spy satellites and similar ones intended for non-military uses such as environmental monitoring, meteorology, and others. The data from these satellites are used for several applications covering agriculture, water resources, urban planning, rural development, mineral prospecting, environment, forestry, ocean resources, and disaster management. The customer satellites are being launched under commercial agreement with the New Space India Limited NSIL Department of Space. Fourth news, NASA and ESA Lunar Gateway. NASA's moon orbiting space station just got a new high-profile partner. The European Space Agency signed a memorandum of understanding on Tuesday, formalizing its collaboration on Gateway, a planned outpost in lunar orbit that NASA sees a key to its Artemis program of crewed moon exploration. Under this new agreement, ESA will provide Gateway with a habitation module and a refueling module, both of which the European agency will operate once the hardware is up and running. ESA contributions will also include 2 additional service modules for NASA's Orion capsule, the spacecraft that will launch Artemis astronauts from Earth atop the agency's Space Launch System, or better known as SLS rockets. That initial crewed landing is scheduled to take place in 2024 near the lunar South Pole. Gateway will not likely to be involved in that epic touchdown, but NASA envisions the orbital outpost playing a large role in Artemis' long-term goal of establishing a sustainable human presence on and around the lunar surface. Gateway will be about 1/6 the size of International Space Station and will serve as a staging ground and jumping off point for trips to the moon surface, both crewed and uncrewed missions. Fifth news, USA's Space Force. NASA astronaut Michael Hopkins, a US Air Force colonel and the commander of the upcoming SpaceX Crew Dragon mission, is transferring to the US Space Force and is expected to be commissioned aboard the International Space Station. The Trump administration established the Space Force as a separate military branch in December of 2019. The United States Space Force is a space service branch of the US Armed Forces and is one of the 8 US uniformed services. Initially formed as Air Force Space Command on 1st September 1982, the Space Force was established as an independent military branch on December of 20th, 2019. With the signing of the United States Space Force Act, part of the National Defense Authorization Act of 2020. The US Space Force is the 6th independent US military service branch tasked with missions and operations in rapidly evolving space domain. So what does it do? The Space Force is designed to help protect the interest of the United States in space, deter aggression in the final frontier and conduct prompt and sustained space operations. Sixth news, and this is very interesting one, asteroid with precious metals. This asteroid is the largest piece of space debris in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It is currently about 230 million miles from Earth in the solar system's main asteroid belt. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has been used to study a rare metallic asteroid named Psyche 16 during 2 points of its rotation. The investigation has given interesting results. The value when written out in the full comes out to be, that's what on your screen. This makes Psyche 70,000 times more valuable than the global economy worth $142 trillion in 2019. Also, the said asteroid could have been a protoplanet. Researchers said that the Earth has a metallic core, a mantle and a crust. It is possible that during the formation of a protoplanet, that is Psyche, it was struck by another object in our solar system and lost its mantle and the crust. NASA plans to send a spacecraft into orbit around the asteroid. The mission named Psyche will launch in 2022 with the spacecraft reaching the asteroid in 2026. Seventh news, Rocket Lab launched 10 satellites. The satellites lifted off on October of 28th atop of Rocket Lab Electron Booster, which launched from the company's New Zealand pad at 5:21 p.m. EDT. 9 of the 10 payloads are Super Doves shoebox-sized CubeSats built by San Francisco's based imaging company Planet, which operates the world's largest Earth observation constellation. More than 350 Planet satellites have reached orbit in date, about 150 of which are currently operational. All 10 satellites are bound for a Sun-synchronous orbit (SSO) at an altitude of 310 miles, that is 500 kilometers, a perch that will allow them to view Earth's surface with consistent solar illumination. The launch was the 5th of 2020 for Electron and the 15th overall for the booster, which stands 57 feet, that is 17 meters tall. Rocket Lab plans to start recovering and reusing Electron first stages relatively soon, a change that will allow higher launch frequencies, company founder and CEO Peter Beck has said. 8th news, Nokia 4G on lunar surface. Sorry guys, missed this news in the last week. Nokia selected by NASA to build first ever cellular network on the moon. Nokia Bell Labs' pioneering innovations will be used to build and deploy the first ultra-compact, low-power, space-hardened, end-to-end LTE solution on the lunar surface in late 2022. Nokia is partnering with Intuitive Machines for this mission to integrate this groundbreaking network into their lunar lander and deliver it to the lunar surface. The network will self-configure upon deployment and establish the first LTE communication system on the moon. LTE or 4G technology promises to revolutionize lunar surface communications by delivering reliable high data rates while containing power, size and cost. Communications will be a crucial component for NASA's Artemis program, which will establish a sustainable presence on the moon by the end of this decade. The network will provide critical communication capabilities for many different data transmission applications, including vital command and control functions, remote control of lunar rovers, real-time navigation, and streaming of high-definition video. With high definition video, we would not depend on the animations to check out the mission or also the blurry images or the videos. Now we can get a high definition video, and these communication applications are all vital to long-term human presence on the lunar surface. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for the next week's space video, and also let me know in the comment section which news did you like and share to your friends and family, follow up on Instagram. That's the end of this week's space news. Meet you guys in the next space news video. Till then, keep learning and keep enjoying. Thank you.